lifts are horrible. You line up for ages and it's cold, like you're freezing, your legs hurt. In this mountain, there's no snow. It hasn't snowed on the East Coast for ages. There's these snow machines that are on, but it's not like normal snow when it's like powdery. The snow, it's like frozen chocolate sprinkles. Chocolate sprinkles are normally delicious, but these frozen chocolate sprinkles are like being shot at your face, and then the lift stops. And then it starts again and you get hit with more pellets of chocolate sprinkles and like your entire face is frozen. I can't even talk because my mouth is frozen. And then the lift stops again. And then it keeps going and maybe you talk to the people next to you and it's kind of okay, but the whole thing is incredibly painful. And then it stops in the most awkward places. But maybe this pain makes your experience of skiing better. Hey there! Oh man. These snow machines are crazy. Hopefully I look like Edmund Hillary, who's my favourite Antarctic explorer. I've always dreamed of going to Antarctica. I think you would be like so incredibly lucky if you got to go there. But I feel incredibly lucky all the time. I feel really, really lucky being able to come here and ski, and I'm here with my family, and that's just so cool to do in the holidays and at the end of the year. I feel like I've had a really lucky year. I've had an incredible year, and I think about luck quite a lot because I feel like I'm a lucky person. But then luck is one of those things that we use in conversation. We use it in our vernacular all the time, and it's a really, really common word, but it's not so common when you think about it theoretically, I suppose. It's spoken about a lot in philosophy and psychology too. And there's a guy I really like called Richard Wiseman. I can't actually pronounce things properly because my mouth is too cold. His name is Richard Wiseman. He has a really cool channel called Quirkology. I'll put a link to it. I don't even know if my face is in frame because this is on a GoPro, but you know, somewhere here where you can actually see it. And he talks a lot about luck, and he has these like 4 principles of luck. I might get them completely wrong because I'm just rambling right now. You could even call this a vlog maybe. One of these principles is that you have to expect good fortune. So you can say that lucky things happen to lucky people if there is such a thing as a lucky person, and if luck is actually a real thing and not just a state of mind or a figment of our imagination or a belief either. But if you think that you're lucky and that you're going to encounter luck, it's more likely that you actually do. Another one of them is that you have to be open to chance and be open to opportunities. And I think Emily Grassley spoke about this once in terms of like career opportunities. If she didn't, I'm just gonna like quote her as my muse and not an actual quote maybe, but she said that when she went to work at the Field Museum, she was ready. It didn't just happen to her. Like she'd been working and volunteering all the time and on the weekends, and she'd be putting in the hard yards, and then an opportunity came about and she was ready for it, right? Another one is that you have to listen to your hunches. If you feel like something good is going to come out of a situation, go and do it. You have to do stuff, not just think about stuff. So when you listen to these hunches, act on them. And the other one is that you have to turn bad luck or bad things that happen to you into good luck and into good opportunities. Have a positive view of the world. Be optimistic. It's the 30th of December today. It's almost the end of the year. I feel like I have had the luckiest year. So my main channel, Braincraft, if you can actually see anything here, I'll put a link to it, and I'm sure you all came from there anyway. And I started that at the beginning of the year because I wanted to do something cool that I could be like really, really proud of. I came over to the US from Australia, I'm from Sydney, and I started talking to PBS about it. They offered me an opportunity to become part of their network, and I moved to New York City, and this all happened within the space of 4 months. So I came, and then I'm living in New York City. I've met so many cool people here. It's the best place, and it's so odd to think that on the 30th of December now I have this show, which it's still growing and developing and evolving, but I'm so proud of it and what I've done, and I'm sitting here in the snow. day. This is crazy. And it's just amazing to think about the kind of year that I've had, and I think that I've been lucky. But then I worked really hard to get to where I was in my old job, and I did a bunch of degrees and I did some part-time while I was working, and I had no life. And when I started my show, I made my episodes on the weekend while I was still working, and I had no life. I was just working all the time. But it was what made me happy. It was what I wanted to do, and now I'm here, and it's kind of crazy and surreal, and my butt is really cold right now. But I wonder if that's luck. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist you may have heard of, said that luck is, I guess, meaningful coincidences. Maybe it's not causality that makes these things happen. Maybe it's not cause and effect. Maybe it wasn't my degrees I did that led to the effect of me having this position. Maybe it wasn't my previous job that led to it. Maybe I'm drawing meaning and I'm connecting all of these things through meaning that's subjective rather than objective events that actually happened. So that's why I think about luck. And I'm sorry that I keep sniffling. I think about luck because I'm really lucky to be skiing. I grew up in Australia and I never went skiing. People didn't do that. We went to the beach when we went on holidays. I'm ending this year in a very fortunate position, and I feel so lucky to be able to have done that. So I hope you've had a good year too. I hope you feel lucky, whatever you think luck is, whatever luck actually is. Whether it's meaningful coincidences, whether it's these principles that we can choose to guide us to be more lucky and to have these lucky coincidences. I don't know, tell me what you think. I want to know what you think. But in this state of luck where I've bought this silly onesie and these goggles and all of these things, you must remember that the most important piece of equipment in life and in skiing is your brain. So wear a helmet.